like to share a story about a young man, strong guy, who was new to town, right, but was in need of a job. Somehow the mayor caught wind of this, so he grabbed this young man, took him to the field, and said, "You see this field here? I'd like to build a park, but I'm in need of somebody to clear the field of its trees. Are you up to the task?" So the young man said, "Sure, I'm willing to do that." And the mayor gave him an axe and said, "Go ahead, chop down some trees. At the end of every day, report back to me. Let me know how many trees you've cut down. Regardless of how many trees you've cut, I will pay you the same." So the man went out there. Day number 1, cut down 20 trees. Reported back to the mayor. The mayor was impressed because he's had people come and chop down trees. Never 20 though, out in the day, right? He was really excited, went home, got rested, came back. Day number 2, 17 trees. Reported it to the mayor, right? Mayor said, "Great job." Day number 3, 14 trees. Now he's starting to recognize a pattern. Not only the young man, but the mayor. And he's visibly becoming upset, right? What happened? There's a drop off there. Day number 4. This young man works through lunch. He works a little bit of overtime. At the end of the day, he goes to the mayor. He reports 10 trees, right? The next week, he shows up to work, and the mayor says, "Nah, you don't have to. I don't know what happened, but you started off doing 20. Now you're having a hard time hitting double digits, right? Thank you for your time, but you can move on." The young man, really upset, really tried to give honest work, handed the mayor back his axe. The mayor looked at the axe and asked the young man, "When was the last time you sharpened this axe?" "Sharpened it," he said. "I've been so busy trying to chop down these trees, I've never sharpened this axe." And I think therein lies the problem. And that's the question I have for y'all. When was the last time you sharpened your axe? When was the last time you took a moment to make sure that you're preserving, possibly even enhancing, the most important part of your business, your most important asset? Not an axe, you. When was the last time you took a moment to make sure that you were still sharp? So I've come up with 4 arenas of your life, things that make a person, and I'm just going to blow through these really quick. And ask yourself, how are you taking care of yourself physically, right? How are you feeding yourself? How often do you rest? When it comes to your spiritual side of your life, when was the last time you took a chance to express your creativity or took a moment to enjoy some art? When was the last time you helped a neighbor? Social and emotional. For me, this is all about relationships, your personal relationships, professional relationships. What do they look like? And lastly is your mental health. Can you remember the last time you learned something new? Or the last time you had to admit, "I was wrong about a thing"? I know sometimes I get caught up in work, and I drop the ball in one of these areas. Sometimes multiple areas. And I go to work and I become really inefficient. So today, I'd like to ask everybody, take a moment, self-reflect, and make sure that you're keeping your tools sharp. Thank you.